Welcome to Preschool All Stars podcast. I'm Sharice Ellison, your host, and with me today I have Preschool star Kiersten Gillman. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
How You're welcome. How are you today?
I am good. A little tired, but doing good.
Right, I understand. I feel the same way. So, I want to ask you a few questions. So, what was your life like before joining Preschool All Stars?
Oh gosh. So it's been a while since I had joined Preschool All Stars. I think I started in 2020. So it was early 2020. And back then I had just bought our house. People who have been in the group know, my backstory here. I just bought a house. I was a single mom of two small children, and I didn't have any way to pay for the house that I just bought. I lost my job a week before closing on the house, bought it anyway, decided that I was going to go through with it. And then I found joy and found this program, and I set up my preschool that year, and we've been growing every year since. So it's been great.
Oh, awesome. So, what were some of your struggles before as well?
Ooh, struggles as in like personal struggles or struggles with the preschool?
Just in general, what were some things that you were struggling with,
I
beforehand?
was really lacking income at the time. Like I really was struggling
Mm.
with I had been a nanny before that, so I didn't want to leave my kids and put them in daycare just for a paycheck, but I also needed a paycheck. So I was really
Right.
trying to my space set up and get everything started. Also, I opened during COVID. So when everybody else was shutting down, I was trying to open up. So that had its own list of
Oh,
problems.
wow.
Yeah, obstacles.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what that was like in at that time.
Crazy.
All right. So once you found Preschool All Stars, why did you decide to join?
Well, I had decided to join after my kid's grandma was like, "Hey, I found this thing. I really think you should get it. You can get a free book about it." And I was like, I don't really think it's for me. So then she kept pushing for a few months. And finally, I was like, all right, okay, I'm going to look into it. And I got the book and I read it through in one night. And Joy and her story just resonated with me so, heavily and familiarly from what I was presently going through at the time. And I decided that if I was going to commit to this, I was going to commit all in. So I got the preschool in a box. I joined Preschool All Stars. And I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. And it's been completely invaluable, both of it.
Right. All right. So you're switching over from preschool to a micro school. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're creating?
Yes. So I actually last year, up until last year, we had my preschool in my home. We had half the house blocked off and it was preschool. I've since gotten married and we have a new baby and he's two now. But so we had all this stuff, but half the house was a preschool and we moved into a church that's four doors down. So we've been there the last year. We're going into our second year there. And
Oh, awesome.
yeah, there's I actually filled my last spot. The preschool is completely full. I've got three classes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday AM, and then two Thursday 2-day classes. And the micro school is an additional school I'm going to do in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday PM slot, and it's going to be K-5. So they've actually just come, the legislature and laws and stuff for micro schools just went through last year for the state. So everything's pretty much brand new, but it's basically a homeschooling alternative for parents who either can't or are unable to homeschool but still want the homeschool environment, but it's also like a classroom setting, so it's a micro school.
Oh, wow. So you're doing preschool and a micro school. Oh,
I,
that's awesome.
I still have the preschool. Yeah, my
Wow.
heart is with the preschool for sure, but a lot of those kids
Right.
come up and their parents are still looking for similar things, so micro school was born.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So where do you see your program going in the next few years? Like, what's your ultimate goal?
Yeah, so the micro school class is actually back in my house. There was some, church politics and things, and the word micro school scared them. So I'm actually, after this year, I'm already, we haven't started yet, but I'm already looking hopefully for a facility next year. And the goal is to grow into a full blown preschool through, at least fifth grade school for the next several years. Cause my oldest, uh, that I homeschool is entering third grade this year. And so it's just kind of trying to grow with them as they go. And the goal is to have a whole entire school building I would love to say before start of next year. So we'll see.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations on that. That sounds amazing.
You.
So you're welcome. So how is your life better now that you're in preschool all stars?
Oh, it's a lot better. If I mean, my preschool wouldn't have existed if it weren't for the preschool all stars, because every time you'd hit a roadblock or a snag or an obstacle, you could just hop on there and say, "Hey, I've got such a problem," and everybody's like, "Okay, this is how you can fix it," and it's pretty much immediate help, like round the clock, really, and you can just search in the group for other people who've had issues that you might not have yet. It's just a ton of knowledge that I wouldn't be nearly as far today if it weren't for the preschool all stars, for sure.
Right? I know I love going in there and be able to ask a question if I have one, or just sometimes reading somebody else's post, like, oh, that's a great idea. I like
Actually,
that. Figure out how to tweak it.
like, yeah, I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna do that in class. Like,
Right? Right. No, I totally understand because I the same, totally. Okay, so if somebody was on the fence about joining Preschool All Stars, what would you say to her?
I would say definitely go for it. It's not something of if you'll need their help, it's when. And it's just one of those things that it's much better to have and not need than to need not have. And like I say, the combined expertise and the willingness of all the ladies in the group to help is just unmatched, and it's absolutely worth every single second in the group.
Right? That's so true. Yes, I've made lots of friends in this group.
It's true. Yeah, a lot of them
So,
are my
and then I'll,
too. It's like,
right? Like, gosh, I can't imagine, not have joined and not made the friends that I've had in this group, as well as getting the support that I've needed to grow my business as well. So, well, thank you so much. To learn more and to join Preschool All Stars, go to preschoolallstars.com. Thanks again, Kirsten. I
thank you.
enjoyed having you today.
Thank you.